G'day and welcome back to Dark Side Gaming and Farming Simulator 22. We are going to head into the garage and have a look at the equipment lineup that we have in Farming Simulator 22, and especially cover off some of the new equipment and new equipment that's going to bolster some new farming methodologies we need to deal with in Farming Simulator 22. In any case, let's just get into it and have a look. So we'll just go straight into the shop. Now, obviously, with the new game, there's a new HUD, new GUI, and as you can see here, it looks a little bit different. Q&E, everything's actually down on the vertical side now, as opposed to being horizontal, so your controls and selections are through here. So we can select our brands, and that's in alphabetical order, as you can see, and it's actually scrolling top to bottom, not left to right as we had in FS19. And I think that's actually probably a little bit better than what it was before. But the only problem is now you have all this blank space. So it is, yeah, you have to scroll a bit more. But anyway, that's a minor thing. We then have the vehicles. We have our tools. We then have our objects, which comprises our pallets, our big bags, and our bales. We then have our packs, which we'll get to shortly. We have our used vehicles. Yes, used vehicles are now a thing in FS22, and basically we'll cover this off a little bit later, but that's good to see, and it provides a bit of a variation. We have our owned items, so this is all the stuff we actually own. We have leased items, so where we've leased an item. We then have the mods and the DLC, so as you can see here, we've got the Class Serion Saddle Track Pack, which came as a pre-order. We've also got a couple of mods that have been made available already by Giants in the in-game mod hub. And then last but not least, we have others. Now the others is probably pretty important because this is where we come to our animal dealer, our wardrobe, our construction, and our farmland. So if I went on to farmland, it just brings us back to the map where we can buy and sell our farms. Construction takes us to the construction menu for doing landscaping, adding of trees and bushes and all that sort of stuff there. And adding in buildings, so whether it be your farmyard, your farmhouse, sheds, production units, all that sort of stuff is done through there. The wardrobe takes you to the wardrobe, the same as what it does when you first start up a new game, and you can change your settings. And then the animal dealer, if we go to the animal dealer, this is where we can go in and buy and sell our animals. All right. So we're obviously just doing cows at the moment because that's all we've got available on the map. Loaded, as in owned, sorry. All right, so we're going to go back into the thing because I dropped out of there. So let's start at the top. We won't start at the brands, but what we can do is we can have a look at the brands and just see which ones seem to be new brands. Now, I haven't gone through all the lists and that to sort of see, but I can see Aibi. I don't think All But's entirely new. Alpego, Amity, APV. We've got all the old ones: Anderson, Annaberger, Arcuson, Berthoud, Bockman, I think is new. Brewery is new. Bura is new. That basically is a Mercedes from what I could tell. But anyway, coming along through here, Convey All. Fortiva I don't think is new, but it may be. I'm happy to stand correctly. Dalbo, I thought it was Diablo for a minute. Diegelman, Demco we've certainly had before. In the well, actually no, we haven't had Demco officially, but we've had Demco in FS19. There was some, and those that have watched my videos previously have seen me use the Demco auger wagon, which was fantastic. Duvelsdorf is new. Ironbock, I believe, is new. Elho is new. Farrison, Farmax, Farmet. A new Furman. I don't believe we had Furman before either, and we may have though for the Alpine. So I don't know. So again, if I'm incorrect, then just let me know in the comments. Hazelmat, Hoare, Husqvarna we've had before. Asekia is new. John Heinrich, I don't know about that one. I think that might be new. Kessler, Kingston Trailers. All the names are familiar to stuff we've had and mods and all that sort of stuff, but now officially it's interesting. We've got Crone and Crone Trailer, which is fine. We've got a pallet trailer by Crone's available. We've had that brand for a while. No new brands in Lacatech. know what Lacatech make. We'll have a look at that later. McCormick Industries, we've got a McCormick tractor, a McCormick. Nordstein, I think, is new. Nardi, Paladin. Provitus is definitely, that's to do with the grapes. Provitus supplements. Quickie is new. That's some new loading mechanisms, front loader mechanisms. Rabi, Riggy Trac, Rotney, Rudolph. So there's lots of new brands seemingly, or brands that certainly I haven't seen coming through. TMC Cancella. I mean, look, there's lots and lots of brands. Walkabout. Now, this is the important one. I'm so happy to see these in the game. The big Walkabout. So these are basically the same as we've seen Cooler Masters and all that sort of stuff, but these are a nice big Aussie chaser bin. Very nice. Anyway, so that's enough of the brands. All right, we've gone through most of them. Let's have a look, and we'll start off with the small tractors. I'm not going to go through everything because I will be here for 2 hours. I'm not going to buy everything and display it out either. I don't see the point in that, but we'll just have a look at the small tractors and see what we've got. So we've got a little Z-Tour here. This is a nice little tractor to go and have 25 horsepower. The Ridgy Trac, which is part of the Alpine setup. Then we go through, we got the Landini, we got the little New Holland methane power. So it's a methane power unit. Have a look at that. It's got that wonderful metallic looking blue paint. So yeah, that could be a bit interesting. But that may well have also been part of the Erlangat map in the Alpine DLC, which I bought but never used. We have some Z-Tours. We have a Massey Ferguson, the Fendt. We have the Bura, and like I said, I think it's basically a Mercedes. It's got Mercedes logo at the front of it. So it's probably just a brand that's made by Mercedes. If you know a bit more about that, let me know in the comments down below. My good friend Upsy is probably going to be all over that, and he'll be able to give me all the good goss on that. Massey Ferguson, some Vultras. We've got some Fence. We've got another Z-Tour, the New Holland. We're getting bigger and bigger here. The John Deere 6M series, the Steyr 8150 series, the Lindner with the Lintrax. We've got the Class 66, 660 to 610. And we've got the Fiat 1300 DT, which was a mod that was, like I said, has just been downloaded. So that's our small tractors. Our medium tractors. Now, I'm very disappointed there's a large tractor that's not in the game as yet, but I'll get to my frustration in a minute. So the Massey Ferguson, we've got the 6700 and the 3670. We've got a Fendt 700 Zario, the Z-Tour Crystal. John Deere, we've got the 7800 series, the 47 series. Massey Ferguson 77 series, the Vultra Valmet. I don't mind the look of that tractor, actually. I do like that. We got the McCormick. So the McCormick, that's what we've been using on our Elm Creek series already. The class actually in 870 to 800. I don't know why they label it that way. Normally you go lowest to highest, but anyway, we'll just leave it like that. MF770, 7720, I should say. The Massey Ferguson 8S series. The JCB Fast Track. The Deutz-Fahr Series 7, another McCormick. In fact, there's this one I've been using on my series. Sorry, the X8. We got a New Holland T7. It's good to see the New Hollands are back. John Deere 6R, Deutz-Fahr Series 8. And again, another mod that's been added today or yesterday, the Case IH 7200 Pro Series. That's all our medium tractors. All right, let's go back and have a look at our large tractors. So we've got the Fendt. We've got the Fendt 900 Vario and the 900 Vario Black Beauty. We've got the John Deere 7 and 8R series, the Class 960s, or 920 to 960, the JCB Fast Track 8330, which is great to see. Great little tractor, that one. Well, it's not really little. We've got the T8 Genesis series in the New Holland, which is good. We've got the Terra Track for the Class. We've got the 8RT and the 8RX for the John Deere. We've got the Case IH Magnum AFS, nice little tractor. We've got a new one in here. We've got the Rostal Smash. I keep on putting an S in there. The Rostal Mash. The RSM at 2375. So that's something we'll be using. We have the Challenger. We have the Fendt 900 Vario Tracked. We've got the Fendt 1000 Vario. We have the John Deere 9R. We have the T9. Awesome big tractor, that one. The 1100 Vario MT. We have a 9RT series John Deere and a 9RX series John Deere. Too many John Deere in this, I tell you. T9 New Holland. Yeah, I said it. All right, just get over it. And I'm very happy to see the versatile 4WD. Now, I am very unhappy though with Giants in the fact that the Xerion has not made it. Now we've got the Xerion 4200 saddle track, but I want my Xerion 4000 or 5000 series. So come on, Giants. I want you to throw that into the mod hub very, very soon. Within the next 24 hours, it'll be fine. All right. So that's our large tractors. Let's go quickly on to our trucks. So for our trucks, we've got the Man and we've got a whole pile of Max. So we've got the Superliner, the Pinnacle, the Anthem, and the Black Anthem. Black Anthem being a early release mod that was available with the game on release. They look all nice and schmick. I do like the Superliner. That's probably my favourite one that I'll tend to use more than anything else. The Harvesters, we have the I have a whole pile. Rossel, Mash, Nova 330. We have the Deutzfahrt Topliner, which is what we start most of the maps with. The New Holland CH7, the John Deere T560, moving up to the actual flow 7150, the Class Treon 750, 720. That's a new addition. The actual flow 9250, the John Deere X9, the Fendt Ideals, the Massey Ferguson Ideals, the Class Lexion 8900, and also another one that was added just in the last 24 hours on the mod hub is the Dominator 108 SL Maxi class combine. All right, moving along. Forage harvesters. We've got the fantastic Jaguar 960 TerraTrac from Class. We've got the Fendt Katana 650. We've got the John Deere 9000 series, the New Holland FR780, and of course, we couldn't have a forage harvest without having the Big X 1180 series from Krone or Krona. Okay, getting through them. We have the Grimy Potato Harvester. So the Grimy 4150. Don't expect to see that on many of my videos. Don't like doing potatoes. Sugar beets. We have the Roper back. Now the Roper came, if I remember correctly, the Ropers came in FS17 as a DLC, and we had them in FS19, and now we've got them again in FS22, which is fantastic. We got the Grimy Rexor 6300 Platinum. We've got the Roper Panther 2, the Tiger 6, and the Mouse 5. All right, sugarcane. We have the Ostoft 8800 multi-row Case IH sugarcane harvester. And that's all we're going to say about that because we're not going to go back to that. Cotton technology, we've got both the cotton harvesters that we've had in previous generations. We've got the Case IH Module Express, does the square modules or rectangular modules, and the CP690 from John Deere, which does the round cotton bales. Okay, we'll come into these in a second, the new areas. The forest machinery, we've got the Komatsu. So we've got Komatsu 931XC and the 875 for our forestry work. We have the Ponzi Cobra and Bison Active Frame. We have the Rotney. I believe these are new to the series, a new brand coming in. So the H21D and the F20D, both of those in here. We have the Man TGX 26.640. We have a Gens Cobra Hybrid. I don't know what the hell that is. It must be a chipper or something like that. But anyway, and then we have the Raptor 300. What's this going to do for us? Towing out trees by the look of it. Okay. All right. I don't know what that's going to do, but anyway, we'll have a look at that a little bit later. Might be have something on the front end that we need to know about. But anyway, we'll have a look at that later. As you can see, I haven't looked much at the forestry stuff either because I don't tend to do too much forestry. Right. Animals. Let's have a look at the animals. So we have the standard. We have the Stroutman, the Silo King, the Coon, and we now have the Farsin available to us for doing our silage blending and all that sort of stuff. So we have a couple of different options in there, which is fantastic. Right. Now, crop protection. We have the Bethune Bruin 4200s. That's a newie to the garage. And of course, you have the Hardy Rubicon 9000, a bit of a staple there. Mowers, most important part of the game. We have the Krona Big M 450. We have this AEB push mower as well, but that's part of the Alpine. So it's definitely not a new brand to FS22, as I alluded to before. But we have the Krona. That's the important one. We just need the Krone Big M 500 got back. Giants, come on. Right. Front loaders. We have Shuffer. We have two Shuffers. We have the 23E and the 2630. They look quite interesting. Might have to have a play with those. And we've got the Class Torian 639. Makes the game more classy with the more class we have. Wheel loaders, we have, look at this, we have lots of class. We have the Torian 956 Sinus, the Torian 1511, and the Torian 1914. So it's a classy affair for the wheel loaders, and we have just recently added, again, is the New Holland W190D. So we have plenty of wheel loaders to choose from, and as long as you like class, you're okay. All right, getting there. Telehandlers. We have the Schaefer, the Fasten, so 4670, the 6.26 Classic F52. We have the full electric version of the Fasten here. We also have the Manitow, which have returned, which is wonderful. We have the Class Scorpion, another Manitow there. We have JCB, New Holland, and another Schaefer up here. So a nice assortment of telehandlers even for us to use. All right. Getting down to the bottom of the list, skid steer loaders. So we have the New Holland L318 and the C332. Fantastic. So that's nice and easy. Forklifts. We've now got 2 forklifts in the game. We've got the Manitow and we've also got the Jungheinrich. I hope I said that right, but then again, it doesn't really matter. So we've got 2 forklifts to utilize now. All right. Now, down the bottom, cars, we've got the John Deere XUV 865M. We've got the Mahindra, the Retriever 1000. We've got a Lizard 1986 pickup, and we've got a 2017 pickup as well. And lastly, we have under miscellaneous, we have the, what is it, Prineth? The Leitwolf Agri-Power. So this looks like it's just a snow machine for clearing the snow. And then we have the Noaro Mouse from Roper as well. All right. Now, as I was alluded to before, we do have 2 new technologies. So added into the game for FS22 was grapes and olives. So obviously we need some harvesters to deal with those. So we got the New Holland Broad 9070L, which is for our grape harvesting. So we'll just open that up and have a look. Very ugly looking thing. So as you can see, it goes over the grapevines, pulls the grapevines in through there, pulls off all the grapes, and then pumps them out through the top end through here, and then keeps on driving through. So you're just driving over the grapes. So anyway, that'll be interesting to use. We'll definitely be playing with that at some point. But like I said, very ugly machine, very narrow because obviously the gap between the rows of vines is quite narrow, so it needs to be narrow. But yeah, purpose built. It is nice to see at least they've done a couple of different things prop-wise and equipment-wise for the game. And the second one is the olive technology. So again, it's very similar. It's a New Holland Broad 9090X olive. So it's going to be very similar to the grape harvester. And as you can see, it is virtually exactly the same, just slightly different. And it does the same thing. It'll go across the rows of olives, pull off the olives in here, puts them up in the conveyor and the auger up through here, and then can offload them. So that's the new stuff. All right. That is it for the garage in relation to the vehicles. What we will do is we'll come back and we'll actually do some coverage of the tools. But before I do go, I do want to sort of cover off, like I said, for 2 other things. So the first one being the used vehicles. So as you can see with the used vehicles, we have them here. We get them at various different prices. So for instance, the Deagleman, this is the stone pickup. It's at 68% less than its normal price. So it's had 32 months of use, but we're going to get it at 68% of its price. So we're going to pay truly less than half. That may be handy to use. Obviously, you may have to do a bit more maintenance on it, whatever else. We'll have to see how that goes, but that's an option for you. And then the thing is, all these items through here, once you purchase them, so if I was to actually purchase that, I'll buy that one, for instance. It's now no longer on sale, and there's not a refill. Now, this I would expect would refresh at some point in time, but once you buy the stuff out of here, it's gone. So this here, the Yelho Scorpio, again, it's another rock picking machine. So we could go in there, we have a look at that and go, yep, I'm going to buy that. It's a good bargain. So we just buy that, and then we've only got 2 items left in the used vehicle sale. It's a good little addition. Be nice if we could actually sell vehicles and they could become available in here and all that sort of stuff, especially for multiplayer. That'd be very good. All right. Don't need to go back into there. So the packs, just while we're in here. So the packs, basically, if you're not sure of something and you're coming into the game afresh and you want to find out, so for instance, well, it's all fresh to all of us, what equipment do I normally need to do work with grapes? So if I double click on the grapes, it'll bring me in here. It gives me a tractor. So obviously you have a fairly narrow tractor for going in between the grapes. It gives me the harvester. It gives me this thing, the pre-pruner, used after the harvest to prepare the vines for the next year. We've then got some sprayers for spraying the harvest. Now they're a customized sprayer. They're going to spray in the vertical area, not horizontal on the ground, because obviously the vines need to be sprayed differently. Tippers and trailers, a mulcher, and then a subsoiler. So that's what you need to get for that. So that just groups it all together. So you don't have to go in and try and think, oh, what do I need? And then not have the right thing. So it's very handy. Same with the olives. I can do the same and go through. So that's just another little addition for FS22. The other one I was going to mention was the fact that we have the pallets, and the big bags. And then along with the big bags, we've also got, if I go down, don't want to go to that one. I want to go to this one. We have the hooks and that for the bags. Now, the difference with these ones now is you can do it one of two ways. You can do it manually, or when you bring the hook close to the bag, you can actually press the connect button, the Q button, or the equivalent button on your console, and it would automatically pick up the bag onto the bag lifter. And then you can press it again when you get to the trailer or wherever you're going, and it'll drop it off again. So a couple of other little additions. But anyway, that is it for my very quick basic summary of the garage and the vehicles. I hope you've enjoyed this insight into what vehicles are available in FS22 on release. Obviously, this will expand in time as we get mods from our wonderful modders in the farming sim community. So look forward to that. And I'm just going to add another thing in. Make sure you respect your modders. Don't go getting all your mods from the copy sites and stuff like that. Try and find where you're going to get it from and actually respect the modders. Get the original mod downloaded and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, that's it from me. Take care of yourselves. Don't forget to press that like button, the subscribe button, and all that sort of stuff. And we will see you again very, very soon back here at Duck Gaming and Farming Simulator 22. See you all later. Bye.